Grace and peace to you in these uncertain times. I hope that you're well as you continue to shelter in place in the safety of your home. Know that I and others here at the Meeting House look forward to that happy day when we can be together in person. I also hope that you've been reading the egrams, checking the website, and participating in the growing list of online offerings for worship, study, and fellowship that we've been able to provide with the help and support of people like you. I want to take a few minutes to share some of the exciting and important information about our ongoing ministries. First and foremost, the diaconate, the session, and the church staff continue to meet and to work via Zoom. In most cases, we are continuing to do all that we were doing before the pandemic struck, only now with the added duties of learning how to do these things electronically. Where necessary, we are adapting our mission and outreach programs so that we can continue to meet the growing needs of our community. You'll be happy to know that programs like Open Table, Bag Lunch, AA, and Family to Family continue on, just to name a few. Some of you have written or called to inquire about the status of our Family to Family program in lieu of the fact that we were not able to hold this year's gala. Well, I'm happy to report that due to the hard work and initiative of some of our members, we have been able to secure some grants to help support that program. And those grants, along with gifts from people like you, and from the wonderful Concert with the Calls put on by our own Stephen and Suzanne, we have been able to meet or exceed our financial goals for that ministry. As we grow more tech savvy, we are quickly expanding our online offerings. In addition to worship, we now offer educational and fellowship opportunities for all ages. For example, our youth continue to meet, Bible study classes continue to be held, as do book studies, children's music, Bridges to Worship, and Catherine's Gratitude Gatherings. Working with the deacons and the Stevens ministers, the clergy and other members of the program staff have continued to offer pastoral care through calls, letters, and emails, and other means where that has been possible. From the very beginning of this pandemic and the stay-at-home orders, we have been committed to providing the full financial support for our entire staff, including our custodial and nursery workers. To that end, the session applied for and received a grant made possible through the CARES Act. And we also made a special appeal to you and to other members of the congregation to keep your pledge up to date, and, where possible, to consider prepaying it. And you responded with customary generosity, so that for now at least, we are on budget. Looking forward, the staff and officers are closely monitoring the various studies and recommendations of scientists, health workers, and church professionals as we plan for the future, both short-term and long-term. From all indications, it is very likely that our worship and work will change and evolve over time, and that many of our ministries, including our worship, will be phased in with appropriate changes, as opposed to simply a return to things as they were. To that end, we will need to upgrade our recording capabilities and to continue to educate ourselves from a technological perspective. So be watching for more information about that. It will continue to be a slow and challenging process, but I believe it is a process that holds promise for the future. Many of our members have already expressed their gratitude for discovering new ways to connect with others. With more being offered online, we are now connecting with former members and extended family members and even other interested people across the United States. And in some cases, even in other countries around the world. I hope this brief update has not only been helpful to you, but also inspiring. While none of us can say with any degree of certainty what things will look like and be like at the meeting house in the months and years ahead, I hope we can all agree that together we can and we will be the church that Christ calls us to be for such a time as this. Know that I am sending you a virtual hug until that time when I can deliver it in person. And until then, may the Lord bless you and keep you and give you peace.